Hi, it's Keith at Scheiderer Farms, and we're out here this morning, and I want to talk to you a little bit about watering. We're getting into the summer now, and the things that we've planted this spring, it's been kind of easy watering for the most part. We haven't had it too hot or too dry yet, but we're getting into some really hot weather, and it's going to be dry. So I want to go over a few things on some watering tips. I'm going to start with hanging baskets. This is a hanging basket. These are hanging baskets that we've planted late for summer sales, so they're not as big as probably yours are at home yet, but same thing. On a hanging basket, the easiest way to tell if it needs watered or not and see how heavy or light it is just to lift it up, whether you lift it up like that or from the bottom, and see how heavy it is. If it's really heavy, then you can let it go. If it's getting light, you want to give it some water. Petunias, some of the great big baskets, they're going to use a lot of water and probably need watered at least once a day. The only way to know if it needs watered or not is to lift it up and see how heavy it is. So please do that and learn your baskets. Some of them use a lot of water. Shade baskets won't use very much water, so figure it out, and it'll save you a lot of heartache with dried down plants. And then don't forget to fertilize. Everything's growing a lot. Get your proven winter fertilizer, soluble fertilizer, and mix it in your watering can. And once a week, replace your watering with the fertilizer water, and your baskets will be dark green, lush, full, and beautiful, and they will resist insects and diseases a lot more if they're growing healthy and vigorously. Another thing we've been getting a few calls on is shrubs that have been planted a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago, and with this heat now they're starting to wilt down, especially hydrangea tend to wilt a lot anyway. So when you plant a shrub, you basically have all of the roots in your container, and until those roots start growing out and get into the soil, all the water they're getting is coming from this small little area. So when you water your shrubs until they start rooting out, you want to water right here at the base. Make sure this root ball stays moist all the time. So you're going to be watering frequently, but not so deep. As the roots grow out, you're going to be watering less frequently, but you're going to want to wet everything a little bit more. So even though the soil out here may be wet, this can be completely dried out. So make sure the root ball area is staying moist all the time. And you may be watering a little bit every day until they get rooted out. You're just going to have to see it. Again, it depends on whether it's out in a lot of sun, and depends on how much foliage and what the shrub is. And the same with perennials. So just keep an eye on your plants, check them, stick your finger down in there, see if it's moist, and you will get along just great. And just let us know if you have any questions, and we'll see you in the greenhouse.